Morning. Good morning. Thank y'all for showing up today. Hope I got this right. Starting off the show. We're gonna start this show off right. I want to thank you for being here right now. I want you, if you hear my voice right now, ask the Most High to cover you from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. Put a hedge of protection around you and your loved ones. Let's see, can we get the show started? You know, my intro. Let me get my intro started. See, can I start this off right for y'all? Let's go. I want y'all. The show gonna be about family. Please stay into the end. I appreciate if y'all just stay here to the end and we can get this done. I took some time on this. I know I already talk about finances, but the most important thing about this capitalism, that's built on is family. I think we just been doing it the wrong way. I don't think we've been doing it the right way and understanding what family really means. So we're gonna talk about that, but let's get the show started.
If you or someone you know needs to change their financial situation but feels embarrassed or simply doesn't know where to begin, tune in to The Blind Truth. The amazing Keith Fletcher breaks it all down, from sacrifice to success, turning opportunity into legacy. Because the real truth is this: you're not broke, you're funding bad habits. If you're looking for a safe place to learn, grow, and finally get your finances in order, subscribe to The Blind Truth. And remember what the amazing Keith Fletcher always says: gotta get your mind right. Start today. Your future is waiting on you.
Your future is waiting on you. Gotta get your mind right. And that's what we're doing here on this channel. We're gonna get your mind right, and by connecting you, showing you some things, some information to help you through this world that we in. You know what I'm saying? Again, I give all praise to the Most High for waking me up this morning. Man, that's the blessing that He woke me up this morning to learn. You know what I'm saying? He gave me everything I needed. On that seventh day, He said, "Hey, everything is good. Now, what you do with the good? What are you doing with the good?" And the principle that I'm on: be, do, have. Be fruitful, do multiply, have dominion. That's it. To be valuable. To be valuable, we're here to solve problems, especially our men here. We problem solvers. And if you solve a problem, and once you solve a problem, the part about multiplication, do multiply. How do I multiply? Figuring that out, that's the thing. How do I multiply in this time that we in? And then if I do those things, I will have dominion over my marriage, over my household, over my income, over everything. Spiritually, physically, mentally, and financially. So we're gonna we start this video off with 19 keys. When I heard this, man, about the family, where did family come from? This Western, we talk about this Western area we in United States. How did it start? Why are we so behind everybody else? You know what I'm saying? We do the numbers, do the money, do the numbers, but why are we so behind? What are we doing wrong? So that's the search on, because I have a family. You know what I'm saying? I got 5 kids. I adopted my niece, but all of them grown. My last two, 17 year old, about to be 18 kids that's growing up into life. I got a 21-year-old that's going out into the world, and I want to prepare them. This is my second marriage, and man, I see all the pitfalls and things that I did wrong, things that was what I didn't know. And I had a family around me, but I walked away. So let's hear this, man. Please stay in it. We're gonna get through. I know we're gonna take a little while. I know y'all attention span is, man, we trying to get to work. We're trying to get this. I ain't got time. Hey, pause it, put it on pause, play it later. But let's see. Give me some time like your pastor. Let's get to the money, man. We're gonna get to the money, but we're gonna get to this and understand this family thing, because I think we've been railroaded on family. Because I'd have been, I used to work for home, but I used to do the warranty. I used to go on $1 million homes. I worked at two companies, first time home buyers and people that been on their fifth home. And I'm telling you, man, these things that I'm giving you make a difference. They make a difference. But we're gonna talk about it. But let me see, can I play this?
The word family comes from the Latin word familia. It originally not just mean parents and children. It was an ancient Roman Empire society that familia referred to the entire household structure under one authority. That includes parents, children, servants, slaves, workers, property managers, and extended dependents. The deeper root comes from famulus, which means servant, household servant, attendant. So originally, family was less about emotional connection and more about a coordinated economic and social unit under one governing structure. In Rome, the paterfamilias was the male head of the household who controlled property, inheritance, marriage arrangements, labor, and legal authority. So the earliest meaning of family was closer to an organized household system, not simply a mother, a father, children. That started to evolve over time into a modern emotional and biological understanding. But historically, family was deeply tied to governance, economic, survival, labor coordination, inheritance, and continuity. This is why the word still carries institutional weight today. This is the pattern if you start to really draw back and look at how ancient societies treated family. It was the smallest political institution, right? A micro of the macro system. And the tribe was the expansion of families. The kingdom was the expansion of the tribes. And the empire was the expansion of coordinated systems of families. Without the knowledge and the science and the history of that, one gets caught up in the emotional relationship, the romanticization of what a family is. Even in media today, family is rarely positioned like that unless you are showing the elites, right? Like Succession. Then you can understand how family is an organized and coordinated system with leaders and authority, right? But today, we've lost the plot. Modern society doesn't even understand what family is for and what it is meant for. And I think that having the conversation allows us to develop a rebirthing of, number one, deciding what family is, because it doesn't mean you have to go to some Roman, right, times of what family is, but it's understanding the root of what it was meant to be, and then also understanding how these things started to change over time. Right? Because we could also visit way Eastern looked at family and where the global South looks at it. But I think because we are closer to a Roman Empire in America, it's probably much better to look at the original version and the lineage, right? Yeah. That we are all now a part of, being in America, the way we have operated with family systems and the lack thereof. I wanted to start off with that because if people see on the table, there's a hat that says family office. And we're going to get into that. And I want us to understand that if you're going about it alone, you're going about it wrong, right? And if we're talking about the future of family, the future of institutions and wealth building, the future of politics, the future of life, all of these things, there's a grave uncertainty when you don't have backup. We're much more confident when we're doing things together, but that togetherness has to have a layer of coordination, because a bunch of fools together means nothing, right? Because even a smaller coordinated system can beat an uncoordinated army. So today I want to talk to somebody who is the first guest who's ever been on High Level Conversation. He kicked it off with us talking and having what at the time was called $1 billion conversation. And we even talked about the LeBrons in the family, right?
Coordinated. Hey, if you're doing it alone, you're doing it wrong. Did you hear that? If you're doing it, and I think that's the problem in our community, we're doing it alone. As a kid, I grew up with my grandmother, man. My grandmother, every Sunday, used to feed the whole family. We would come over there, and she would cook for everybody. Now my grandmother is gone. Their house is empty. No one. All of us can't come together and put that back together. Can't show up, but we're alone. We separated all that out. We cannot come back together, and we trying to do everything alone. Back then, they showed us that we had family every Sunday. I remember when she said she was gonna stop cooking. We thought it was a joke. Everybody came back the next Sunday, and she was laughing at you. What she was saying is somebody else should have been successful to take it over. Somebody else should have took that round and ran with it. We should have been putting more into it, but we didn't know, we didn't understand this. And just think about what he said. If I want you to go play that again and listen to him, but we trying to do things alone. This is what we are trying to do. Let me see, can I play this? Right? This is what we do right here. This is what the concept of what we're doing, and it ain't working.
The word family.
Uh-oh, that's wrong. Okay,
The whole entire problem is this right here. you have one producer, but you have 20 consumers. For most people, that one producer is a job. And you have that one job feeding all these consumers, which is creating a lot of pressure on one paycheck. And if we're being honest, that one producer ain't producing very much. So you have two options: increase that one producer, or you got to add more producers.
Add more producers. You got to add more producers. Increase your influence, increase your money, increase your skills, or add more influence, and they start increasing their money, they start increasing skills to a vision, to a better way. But somebody got to be in charge. Somebody got to be the success. Somebody got to be that leader to guide you. What we trying to do? Grandma take care of all this, trying to feed everybody. The single mother trying to feed everybody. Can't work the relationship. This the family to that. We trying to do everything by ourselves and brag about each other, looking right at each other, brag like what we had, a little bit more than this, but we don't have connection. We don't have family. Did you hear how they designed it over here in capitalism designed to work together? Be stronger together. No, it's not good for man or woman to be alone. It ain't just for men. That means be alone by yourself. You cannot do it by yourself. You're doing it wrong. And that one person got here soon got just one person and trying to take care of everybody. When I worked in the home, but I was meet different ethnic groups, and I would see the family dynamic. It was, man, I'm talking about. I had this one ethnic group, was Indian people that came and came real close with her, and she told me that her father and mother was there, but they gave all the riches to her husband. Yep, and he had to take it and build something for their family and take care of the mother, father, and too. But imagine the success and the training that he had before that. He said they were designed to be together. They came, her father and his father met, and they had rules to this. And they met and they built, man, and they lived in them. And they had an operation system that worked, that built with all the emotions and feelings and love. All that was in the way was about building and growing success and have a class, a structure. But again, this is what we do right here. Let me show you what we do. Let me get it.
The whole entire...
Let me get it.
We're going to go back, in my opinion, and I feel strongly about this. It pisses me off. If you want to talk about fixing the problem, first thing, back in the day, the village literally raised the family. Yeah. It's not like that anymore. That's one problem.
Facts.
Number two is, to your point, courts literally incentivize you to get rid of the dad. So half these women can't even holler, I'm independent. You're not independent because you're getting food stamps and housing just to keep the man out the house. And if you think systemically, like really big picture, especially black men, people know how strong black men are. So you're not understanding if they're taking him away from the kids, especially the boys, so you can be dependent on food stamps and housing so you can't get ahead. Nobody's teaching these boys to pick up a drill. They're being raised by, the mamas are like, oh, I don't need the man to help me, to go to work all day, to leave the baby with Tom, Dick, and Harry, who's picking up all these other spirits. And then, and not for nothing, I'm not judging nobody, but if your son's at home with your daughters all day, my kids did, I had to check it. Your daughters over there putting bonnets on them playing baby dolls because there's no real structure in the house. And then you have the women who want to put the daddy on child support and then still want him to show up. Now, granted, every man should show up. And I hate when people say, oh, it made me mad. I hate when people say, well, you should fight for your kids. No, you should not. The mother should be smart enough to know that our emotions cannot raise a child alone. So your sons have no skills. Your daughters are promiscuous because you want to keep the daddy out the house. And it's a lot of times, especially when the courts get involved, are for money. And I did a video saying this. Most of the court order is, the very common court order is, the dad can see his kid every other weekend. I believe that turned out to 4 days a month. What you want that man to teach those children in 4 days a month is beyond me. And then he has to battle between, I'm going to be the fun parent or I'm going to be on my kid's ass. And now the kids don't want to go to dad because he's trying to teach them values that the mama not teaching them because she either not there or she don't have no emotional intelligence. Because if you was a smart woman, you would want the father involved so you can have a well-rounded children. Now, I have seen some phenomenal mothers raise some great kids.
That's
but
right.
Let's talk about statistics.
Yeah.
And the children that are in jail are usually because they're with the mom.
Come on now.
And we're angry and we're frustrated and we're tired and we're working all day, but we want to raise the kid by ourselves so we can keep getting housing and child support, or so I can make him mad or be mad at him because he got another girl or the girl look better. The system is so broken. And it's not, people are like, oh, let me just be an independent woman. But I'm like, you guys don't understand. This is a systemic issue. I don't care what nobody say. They don't.
I don't care what nobody say. That is a major problem. And she said enough. I don't have to repeat it. And I'm not trying to argue. Yes, we all got problems. But right there, we started how our family was designed to be over here in capitalism. Nobody don't care. But family. A system. You heard her say a system? An operating system. A way. A better way. Why are we losing? Could it be because the system? Not just, then now you saying that you failing. Now you trying to figure out what's wrong. What's wrong with this? Now you can sit here and take two to raise them. Not good for man and woman to be alone. But when you're alone now, you got this kid that's 18. Between 18 and 25, his brain haven't formed. And he went through all that trouble, and you putting them out because you can't afford it. You're a damn man. You can't. Now it's time for them to leave. And now you put them out at 18 and wonder why they go to jail. And they waiting for them in jail. They got a system. 1 in 3 must go. 1 in 3 must go. How do we prevent that 1 in 3 from? We come together as a system, as a family. And we work together and we come up with a plan and a vision. But life is stressing you out. You just told you know, went up to the court system. They said they have a whole nother system for you and your children. Since you can't follow your own system. They got a plan for you. They see that you haven't taught them anything. The father haven't taught them anything. The mother haven't taught them because of poverty. Poverty in the mind, broken. In the mind, a broken system. The operation system, when your operation system is virus in it, what happens? Look on your computer. When you get it starts slowing down, things start falling apart. That's exactly what happened. Not enough memory. No upgrades. Not enough skills. Not enough money. Your capacity. That's it. But I like this with Stephen A. Smith. He talking about the man. Let me show you what the capacity of a man. Because I'm a true man. Now, we're not talking about no boys. Because I see, like my son is 21. I tell his girlfriend he don't have the capacity. He's not built to be that man yet. Give me some time. Let me stop trying to rush him into. See, a lot of people trying to escape from their situation. And they trying to escape and go think somebody else gonna save them. And when that other person don't have the capacity, and the first thing you quick to say, well, he's a man. But this man was raised by who? He's a man. Are you gonna wait till he become a man? See, when you're a man, see the difference is when I was a child, I had childish ways, childish things. When I became a man, I put all them childish things away. When do I become a man? What is a man? That's the question. Do you know? Let's see that. Let's see what's there. Let's see. See, can I put this in there right? Do I have this right? Y'all know I can't see. Oh, it's working a day. It's working in a day. I'm about to edit all this. It ain't working. Oh, my last video ain't working for me. Hold on. Oh, I want y'all to see this. Hold on.
The whole entire problem.
We're going to go back in my.
You want to know what a nightmare is for a man. And I say this to people, and I've said this to black men, I've said this to white men, I've said this to everybody. I said, this is where real men come into play, where we all in this together. If you are a real man, you want to provide for your family. Mm-hmm. To those out there, you ain't a real man if you ain't thinking about providing for your family. You know what I'm saying? If you want to take all the money for yourself and you don't want to give nothing to anybody else and you want to leave everybody else hanging while you live the good life, that is not a man. A man provides. That's what men do when you have a family.
You got the description of a man.
Any man, I don't give a damn what ethnicity you are, when you have a concern as to how you're going to pay your bills,
Scary time.
there is nothing worse.
Scary.
There is nothing worse.
Because then you don't feel like you can be a man.
That's right.
Right.
There's nothing worse. I don't care if you have a woman with money.
You still don't feel like you're a man.
You don't feel like you're a man.
Right.
Because it's like she could make $2 million a year.
No matter.
If you made $300,000 a year, to her $2 million, you still okay.
Yes.
Because you know you could provide for you.
For the lifestyle,
and you could
yes.
provide for a certain lifestyle. Maybe not the lifestyle her salary gives you,
Right.
but it ain't like you on the street.
Right. You're buying food, you're
That's
paying
right.
for rent, you can travel.
You're fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to make as much as her or whatever. But when you cannot provide
At all.
it is no worse feeling on the planet. That is as close to death spiritually as I've ever felt in my life, with the exception of losing my mother.
Wow.
Nothing. Losing my brother was devastating. Losing my mother was just a different level. It's hard to explain and put into words what I went through after I lost my mother. But a close second was when I was unemployed
Wow.
and wondering whether or not I was going to have a job.
And what was the lesson for you, and what did you learn or develop in that time?
First thing I learned is that don't give a damn about popularity. A whole bunch of people knew me. Well, this is a double-edged sword to that. That means they knew I was fired. Yeah, I was popular. That means when I got fired, I was popular.
Close to death. A real man. Now, we're not talking about no boys. We're not talking about a person that divides, but a real man. He said his mother. Now, we know how we love our mothers. But to lose is like death. Let me say this to you. And for me, I'm going to put my own part in. So imagine, not he said, he didn't say, he said money, but imagine going through a divorce and can't have it, don't have no money, and can't provide for your kids. I've been there. And I had that wife that arguing that was mad, and I didn't understand it at the time. I didn't understand it, but again, it was poverty, it was money. I need to take it. It was all these things, and we didn't even understand what a marriage was. We didn't even understand what a family is. We didn't understand that we needed each other. We were strong together, but it was about me, and about her, and and we had no. And then her mama, then you, all these people started letting all these people inside, because we didn't know. And the crazy thing about it, I was the leader of the family. I was the highest earner, the provider, and all that. In her mind, again, I'm not blaming her. I wasn't perfect either. I didn't know how to be a man. I didn't know how to provide, but I didn't know what it took to be a home with family. I was young. I got started. I got married at 19. See the numbers, 18 and 25. My brain haven't formed to be no man. See, like when you have insurance, you have your child, your young men, your young women, they can be 26 on your insurance because they know something. They know your mind haven't formed to be a woman or a man yet. It takes to be at a certain time. And then what it is, your capacity, what you have been put into, taught. I came from a single mother. Not blaming, I'm just saying all these things that was in the way, I had no understanding what I didn't know, and I had to learn it on the fly. There was no success. There was no teaching me how to do this, how this world would. I didn't understand what was going on, inflation, and why I was losing when the market was. I didn't understand that what was going on. .com. I didn't know what was. All I was just living and trying to take care of surviving. I didn't understand how to thrive. I didn't understand what it was a lot of money. I didn't understand the belief. I didn't know how to believe in myself. I didn't know how to be, do, or have. I was just being, and our being was going on behaviors. I didn't understand the family structure of what the operating system and how to operate, how to position myself in my family and be that leader. I think that's the problem with us. We don't understand the operation system of our family. We don't have a system. a system and who hierarchy or how it work, how your families work, and understanding where you at. And we've been told we don't need money. We've been told we're gonna give all our blessings in heaven. So just give all your stuff away. And we've been told this love is gonna fix everything. We hope and have no way, no system, no nothing designed to put us, and we just sit there going and wonder why we keep losing. Because the family. Because we don't have a family operating system no more. We want to do it all by ourselves. That's it. And we stronger together. Me and my brother come together and man had to start as a business and bought some properties together. At the time, one was stronger than the other. But we need to be our brother's keeper because we stronger together. When one is down, the other was up. When one, the other down, the other one. But imagine both of us up. Imagine both of us up and we thriving. Imagine I'm thriving, he thriving, his wife's thriving, my wife thriving, our kids are thriving, and we teaching the same language, teaching the same operation system stuff, and we come together, put more memory and more capacity together. What you think is gonna happen? But we gotta have a system. We gotta have some principles. We gotta have some beliefs. We gotta have some structure, some discipline, some understanding. So that's family. And that's what I'm trying to strive to. I gotta, like I said, how to make $1 out of 15 cents that coming soon, but the 75, 15, 10 rule principles. Beliefs. And tell them, man, you see me showing my son working on car, teaching them. Success, hey, this is what we're gonna have. This is what I expect of you, expectations. Being intentional, putting action to it. We don't care what the world says. We don't care what the neighbors or next door. We're not listening to the left. This is our belief system. This is our operation system. This is our structure. Don't tell me about what's going on. Unless you're about to bring some resources here to help us guide it, because this is where we're going. You focus on when you bring a family here, focus on bringing the right woman or the right husband into this family. That's built off something on the same foundation and trying to go where we trying to go. Go prepare yourself. I tell my kids, don't worry about the one. Go prepare yourself. Right now is the time to prepare yourself. And when you meet that person, they should be preparing themselves. You will know their fruit shall bear. It's time off for going and preparing and fixing everybody. No, that ain't part of your fruit right there. What are we going? For the next generation. Hey, you supposed to leave something for your children, children, children. It ain't just money. A system. And I believe that's why we're losing. We done lost our system. We don't have an operating system, and we done lost our family. And you want to sit up here and say, what I'm going to do? I don't need my hood. I'm doing it. I can be alone. And hey, if you're alone, you're wrong. I'm telling you. And that's why your situation is. That's why you don't have no family. That's why you on Section 8. That's why you don't have that. That's why your car break. All this stuff is come from that. That's why you can't find no job and you're struggling. You want to blame the world and you're mad. And it's come from that. Your system and poverty. You don't have no skills, you don't have no money, and you don't have a way. That's it. So I hope this helps somebody. You know what I'm saying? Go play it again. Stephen A. I like it. Stephen A. did a little longer. I cut it off, but man, just a man, for real, for me. When I lost everything, man, I'm telling you, my whole soul, it was just like I died for real. Like, man, I lost everything. I lost my family, I lost my money. I couldn't provide it. I remember I had to move in with the girl I was dating, and it killed me not to be able to take care of my kids, to take care of someone else, to take care, because I saw a problem, and I couldn't figure out my problem. And then if you listen to his thing, you go listen to Stephen A. I think I put the link. I got the link in the script. And 19 Keys. The first guy about family. That's 19 Keys. If you go listen to Stephen A. He started telling you it took him 10 years to recover. But what he was doing. See, the question is what he did in them 10 years. What he went through. People say, "What is your purpose?" Whatever obstacle in your way becomes your purpose. That was my purpose, that I got to figure out that I'll never be in this situation again. Never. And I don't want my kids to be in this situation again. So how do I make sure that my boys, my kids, my young don't be in this situation? It starts with me. I got to figure out a system. I got to get this operating system, and it's working. That's why I get on the talk, man, because I got a system that works. Your young men that you got out there, that you have, and they struggling, they say, and I'm trying to say, like I tell mine, hey, Charles White said this. I heard him say that. I want to look between 18 and 25. They got a place. 1 in 3 of us got to go. 1 in 3 of our kids got to go. They're gonna be on probation, in jail, or something, in prison. 1 in 3, not mine, because we're gonna build a system. You want to be a part of the system. That's what this channel is about, being a part of the system. I got to get your mind right. That's it. I thank y'all for listening to me, man. I hope that helped you. I hope it guides you, man. I know I was messing up a little bit, but hey, it is. But I hope you made it this far. Hit the like, but I ain't say hit the like, share. It's about family, man. And it's about a man. Now, it's just about no women. See, we want to plan the women 50-50. Like I tell my kids, it's all mine. Because I'm the leader of this. All the money is mine. But a great responsibility comes with that. I tell my wife now, man, I tell her, we get there, put these shoes on. Man, when I put my shoes on, they too big, exactly. There's some big shoes for her. See, I like that song, you gotta know when to hold them. Hey, know when to fold them. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. You never count your money. Sitting at the table, it be time to count your money. When the deal is done. Hey, there's a lot into that song right there. I know, man, but you gotta know. It's a lot you gotta know. And it's a lot about his knowledge. And you gotta know how to be a leader and how to lead your family. You gotta know. And what's happened to you is just you don't know. You've been in a family and you don't know how the system of family is supposed to run. And you really thinking that you did a disservice to your kids. That's why I had to go fix my relationship with my ex, man. I had to go fix it with her. Right now, people are like, man, you be helping your ex at your... Yes. Because I tell my kid, I'm tied to her forever. We got 2 kids together, but no matter hate each other, we are tied together. We are linked together forever. Our grandkids, forever. Again, I'm the leader. And I got to pass this on to my son, to pass this on to the next leader in the family. I got to be a success. I remember my grandfather put his hand on us to pray, and he passed stuff on to us. So I got to pass it on. Because if I fall, the system still got to go. The operation still got to play. The heartbeat. See, that's why people try to put your stuff in a trust, build on there and get assets. You got to be able to leave something. You sitting here thinking you just going to go out there and party and have fun. You are not a man. You can't leave your family, your operation system grow, put more memory, more capacity. It's because of you. You're not a man. And if you don't feel hard about that, if you ain't trying to figure it out, you're the problem. You might disagree. Let's discuss it. I have a discussion with you about it. But hey, and women, what you say, understand the role of a man that's a real man that's trying. Understand it, man. Play that again with Stephen A. Said, man, go look. It's like death, man. It's like, man, compared to his mama dying. I've been there. I know what he means. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of men that they're going through this stuff alone. Because they pride. And they don't know. Ain't nobody told them. No, they don't know why they feeling this way. And we can't cry. I mean, when I sleeping on my dad, I tell my story, when I had lost everything, I'm on my dad's sofa. And I was sitting and I had a panic attack. I ran out the door. And my dad came behind me like, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm apologizing to him because I'm trying to hold it all in, to hold it together, and I couldn't. My daddy said, boy, you all right? Go ahead and cry and let it out. And man, I went to, he said, all right, that's enough. I couldn't even get out. He said, that's enough. Now you got family, you with your family, you got something to eat, you got somewhere to stay. Look, hey, you're going to be okay. We're going to figure this stuff out now. Now get up and let's come on back up and get you something to eat. Hey, family. That's family. It gave me time to breathe. It gave me time to figure this shit out. Gave me time to look at myself, look in the mirror. That's it. So y'all have a good day, man. Friday, have a great weekend. Hey, share this, please. Share this, hit the like. I hope you made it this far. I hope you made it this far. It was a good show. I think it was. I had some information, but family very important. You need to get an operating system. Never have a system. You know what I'm saying? My system, I'm building a system now with my kids. I'm building a system with them, you know what I'm saying? With again, money. You keep talking about you don't need no money, but you need to know what to do with the money. And teaching them how to do with the money, to make the money last, to grow the money, and understanding my 21-year-old and myself, and your $1 is worth $88 in the future. When you turn 25, it's worth $24. What I think $44 in the future. And as you go, the longer so let's start early. Let's start early. Y'all have a good day, man.